Hello, good morning everybody. Today's Monday on the first day of the week. So I'm sorry we are late. This is like 3 minutes into time. And before we begin, I want to mention that from today up to 1st of November, actually have the chance to trade swap free if you are trading metals. So if you like trading metals, you can now trade them swap free no matter the lot says you choose to trade swap free until 1st of November 2019. So we start off with our main pair. We'll move from Euro USD, and then I'm going to look at it from the weekly, daily, and possibly from the 4 hours point of view before I move on to the next pairs. I'll do the same thing for the other pairs, or maybe if I find one pair which is not good, that's when I'm going to skip that step. But as long as we can discuss them, I'll look at them from weekly, then move daily, then 4 hours, and possibly 1 hour. So the first thing, whatever I'm seeing on this chart, we are in a downtrend, but then there are signs we are correcting ourselves to the upside. We had a trend line here. So let me draw this like this. We had a very good trend line which actually saw price continue massively to the lower side. We had this like this. We have this. On the upper side, we also have this one. So what this means is the price may come back up to this level before we see a lower side. Something like this. We are likely to see the price continue up to maybe that level before it descends the lower side. Something like this. So as long as you have price consolidating between these two, expect a move up to the upper trend line where we'll sell it up next one. So the best is actually to look for a sell. As it is now, we have an area of breaches which is this, a support, there's a break, and somehow price is still below this level. So this could mean that the price may head downwards upon bouncing off from this level 1.1085. But in case it goes above, then we'll expect it to proceed even higher. So the upper trend line is actually the correct place to look for a trade from. If you are trading this pair correctly, the upper trend line should be the correct place to look for a sell from. But as I've mentioned, the price may also bounce off from the level which I've mentioned. This is 1.1085. The price may likely also bounce off from that level before heading to the lower side. On the daily, this is what we have. Daily, we actually have a sell, and this sell, the reason I'm saying we have a sell is because the previous week's candle, daily candle, the previous day's candle, which is on Friday's candle, which is this one, is actually a bearish pin bar. And then we have this here, support. We have a support, a support, a support. There was a break below. Then the first retracement, it continued down, it came back. Somehow we are still sellers. So if the current day's candle don't close above 1.1076, then we'll expect price to proceed towards this trend line, which means Euro USD is actually a sell, the daily, but we need it to give us a clear sign for a sell. That's the most important thing. Let it give us a clear sign for a sell. So I want to go deep and exactly find out where we expect to sell from. If you are looking at 4 hours, there's actually a buy, which is this level here. Then we also have, sorry, that line is ask line, so we'll delete it. We have this here. So a support, there's a break below, a resistance, a resistance, a resistance, there's a break above. We are still somehow above the low. So we expect this to push price up to this resistance, which is this. So if you are looking at this chart at the moment, you on the 4 hours, we are seeing chance set that the price may continue to the upper side. Upon bouncing off from this level, it may continue up to somewhere around 1.1146 before it goes to the lower side. But since daily is a sell and daily is stronger than the 4 hours, we still maintain that seller's perspective. So the best is actually to wait for price to go below that level, then retrace back so that we can sell it. We are just trying to remain with the sell which we are seeing on the daily. We'll sell it there, and then we have our stop loss above this high. Our first take profit needs to be here. So if you sell it there, have your stop loss, and then your take profit needs to be 1.0983. Sorry. So we'll move forward to GBP USD. GBP is very bullish. As you can see, there was this. We actually bounced off from a support. This one, a very good support. Then we also had this as a support. And then we also had this as a level. And then we also had this as a level. So what this means is we still expect price to proceed up to either around this level, or if it breaks above, then the top one is the place to look for a sell from. So these are the levels we're waiting for. We're waiting for price to either retrace back down up to 1.2098, or continue up to 1.2723, or it may continue up to 1.3289, or it may proceed even higher up to 1.4229. So as it is, this is bullish for now, but there's a level here where we need to see some consolidation. There's a level around this point here. This is a very good level. It's a very good level that it will take effort for price to clearly ascend above and even break above 1.2723. So if you see a sell signal within that zone, be sure to look for sell positions and expect price to sell off upon hitting that level. So we'll move to the daily. The daily, we have the same thing. The same level still remains significant for me, but this also have this. So a support, a support, a support, a support. There's a break below the first resistance. It continued down. It came back as a resistance. So we are technically looking for a sell. When we see a sell signal here, we'll sell it with our stop loss above this level here, and then the take profit needs to be here. So if you sell it within this zone, have your stop loss above there and the first take profit here. The Forex, we are waiting for retracement. Expect that sell to come up to this level, or there's another level on the lower side, which is this. These are just the places to look for it, as long as the price remains within this range. Expect a move back down up to this point so that you can either buy it back to the upper side. Expect this, then we should continue upwards. So the same thing, I'm not going to look at this from the 1 hour. For us, looks much better. Let the price come down and then break out, then bounce from this level, then we'll buy it up to the next level. Yes, DJPY. Yes, DJPY, we had this level here. This is a very good resistance which was broken. A resistance there, and then we had this. It's a resistance. Then we had that. At this. So as it is on this side, we are just, these are the levels we're looking for. Either price should come down up to this level so that we buy it up to the top, or it should continue up to 108.28 and even break above so they can continue buying it to the upper side. Move forward to SP500. SP500, this is how this chart looks. On the daily, we had a bearish pin bar on Friday, the pin bar, and notice this pin bar was just around a clear resistance. So the price is not around a clear level, that's why I'm not focusing so much on it. This was a very good zone some few days ago. Just look at how perfect this was. A very good resistance, a very good support, and then we had this, yeah, also had the one on top, which is this. So we expect this to push price up to this resistance 30.26.5. We expect price to proceed to the upper side up to this resistance. As it is now, the gap which we saw last week, earlier today, we are likely to see something like this. The price may retrace back up to this level, then sell off from that point up to this support. This is likely what may happen. We are likely to see price pull back up to somewhere around 3004.3, where we'll pick a sell up to 2938.6. So we'll move forward to Brent oil, and there's a very good bullish gap. It's a very massive one. So what we are likely to see is price come back down up to this level. We are likely to see this gap being filled, which means the price may come back down up to this and use this as a support. Then we'll buy it towards this level and could even continue upwards. These are the levels we're waiting for. Either price bounce from this point to the upper side, or it should continue up to this level before we buy it to the upper side. So these are not going to talk much because we are only waiting for price to fill this gap, then we'll buy it to the upper side. The last symbol, gold. This is how gold looks. Gold has been a sell for some times now. If you can remember, we actually took a sell around this level here. We took a sell there, and of course we are waiting to sell when price goes below this level. So something like this is likely. The price may continue up, then come back down, then retrace back before we can sell it towards this level here. So overall, this should be a sell there, or it should be a sell there. So guys, thank you very much. That should bring us to the end of today's market overview. We meet again tomorrow at the same time. So as I mentioned in the beginning, you now have the chance to trade swap free if you're trading metals. So this is just a promotion which will end on just a second. Sorry, I made a minor mistake. I actually mentioned a wrong date as the ending date. The promotion started on 11th of September and is still ongoing even as I'm speaking. So here is the link. Just follow this link and you'll be able to get all information you need to know about it. Yeah. Trade swap. Thank you. See you tomorrow.